It's time to hit the hardwood for another exciting KCU basketball contest on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, First National Bank of Grayson, and Kentucky Christian University. Now, let's go courtside for Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from the campus of Kentucky Christian University. Welcome into Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight for the men and women's doubleheader between Union and KCU. For the women, a tough loss last time out, 62-58. Hoping to bounce back here tonight and take the season sweep against Union. They met back on the 15th of November down in Barberville. That was a 72-63 victory for the Knights. They put up 35 points in the fourth and final stanza to win that one on the road. At the time, pushed their record out to 4-1. The Union Bulldogs, they come in with a first-year head coach still trying to figure things out of what is going to be what works for their program. And finding victories early on has not been at their luxury. 3-20 on the season. They're 2-9 on the road. They've lost 7 straight coming into tonight, including the last time out, 53-46 to Truett McConnell. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll preview the matchup. We'll start with our visitors on the scoreboard, the Union Bulldogs. We'll take a look at the Knights and get you ready for tip-off. Men and women's doubleheader with the Bulldogs visiting Grayson. Our coverage continues after this on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stoltz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stoltz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stoltz Pharmacy. For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others, should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network. Getting ready for Union and KCU here in women's action. Men will follow tonight approximately 7:30. To catch the men's game, there's a second stream on our YouTube page. You'll have to jump over there to catch that one. But the fifth-ranked Union Bulldogs roll in here to Grayson and I, trying to take care of the AAC championship. They are 21-1, and they've won 13 consecutive. A very solid team. It's going to be a very tall task tonight for Coach Charlie Pack and his Knights. I talked with him the other day, and he said they are as advertised. So that one should be a dandy that we'll have to follow this one. Taking a look at the visitors on the scoreboard tonight, the Union Bulldogs Leasia Linton leads the way with 12.9 points per contest. She's second on the team to Mackenzie Himes, 14.4. Only 2 players, though, for this team that comes in double figures. They shoot at 36.6% from the field, 26.5% from long range, 37.4% from the charity stripe, 35 rebounds a game, and on the turnover side of things, that's where it gets a little sketchy for this group, near 19. And if KCU's the defense in the backcourt can get some of those turnovers near midcourt, that gives them those opportunities for those easy runouts in transition. And when this team gets in transition, it can put up points in a hurry. And that's certainly what they would like to be able to do here tonight, get this one out moving quickly and try to get things back in the winning ways to stay, more importantly, above the 500 mark, but more importantly, get back to 500 in AAC tournament play. With 1 month of the season left to go, they'll have 6 games remaining after tonight, 3 on the road, 3 at home. And all 3 home games will be able to be watched right here on Cool TV. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll take a look at our home team, the Knights, see what they can do tonight to get it back on the winner's side of things. That's as we continue our coverage here on Counting Down the Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Need some extra money for home improvements or other purchases? How about a home equity line of credit with absolutely no closing costs? We have some exciting news from our loan department at First National Bank. Right now, open a home equity line of credit at First National and we will pay all the fees at closing. Hurry into one of our 8 locations to take advantage of this great offer. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
Back here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network, getting ready for KCU and Union on the women's side. Men to follow tonight approximately at 7:30. Happy to have everyone along with us here tonight. Madison Jones' mom says hello. She's on the call tonight. Good to see her in the building as well. Last time out for the Knights, 62-58 loss to the Johnson Royals out of Tennessee. Belle Sparks had a career night. She dropped in 11 in 20 minutes of action off of the bench. Jasmine Flowers had 10. That was the only 2 players in double figures for the home team. It was kind of one of those games that the Knights just never really kind of found the mojo that they wanted. They built a lead, gave it up, got it back, gave it up, and then really put themselves in a deficit going into the fourth quarter. They outscored Johnson in the second half, 37-33, but they trailed 29-21 at the half after opening up a very sizable lead to start the basketball game and just could not close things out. That's the biggest thing, is can they find a way to close things out here tonight? Jada Higgins got herself in early foul trouble and really just never got going in her game. She finished with 9 points. She had 4 personal fouls, and still trying to figure out who that player is that takes over in that starting position that Reagan Atkins had in loss with the knee injury. Kylie Gillum has been playing solid. She saw action for 21 minutes. She got herself in early foul trouble as well. Was big on the defensive side, big on the boards, but could not get the basketball to go through the hoop. Had several good looks that just simply would not fall. Would like to see her certainly bounce back here this evening and get an early start to this team. Jasmine Flowers was big. She really kind of was the catalyst for this team, especially with the absence of Jada Higgins off the floor due to the personal foul issue. So it'll be interesting to see where they turn here tonight and how things get going when these two teams hook up here in just a few moments. Going back to the game that they played back in November, again, that was a victory for KCU, 72-63. Jada Higgins led the way with 21 points that night. She was 8 of 10 from the field. Abby West threw in 10. Reagan Atkins, Jasmine Flowers each had 10. And then Lakin Atkins with 9. And looking at the numbers in this one, when you compare them side by side, fairly comparable, a very even matchup, if you will. From the field, from the beyond the arc, KCU shoots a little bit better from the three-point line and the free throw line. And they've got a rebounding advantage that's not something that's been common for them this year. The biggest thing is those turnovers. With a team up near 19 a game, can they get those turnovers and get it out into transition and turn those into transition points? That's what we'll look for here this evening between the Knights and the Bulldogs. All right, we'll step aside for another break. When we return, we'll get you ready for tip-off as the men and women's doubleheader ready to get started with the Bulldogs and the Knights on the women's side of things, followed by the men approximately tonight at 7:30. That's as we continue our coverage here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Back here on Countdown to Tip-Off as we get you ready for the Knights and the Bulldogs. Here on this Tuesday evening, a lot of weather moved in last night and made traveling conditions certainly unfavorable for a lot of the areas, and was interesting too whether or not Union was going to be able to make the trip up from Barberville. Mostly rain down in the southern part of the state, and then as you got closer up toward the 64 corridor, that's when it started getting into the freezing rain, the ice, and then more snow. That's kind of what we got here overnight, a mixture of freezing rain and sleet and then snow at times, but road conditions certainly seem to be somewhat favorable. Made the trip over from near Ashland into Grayson this evening, and everything seemed to be okay. So, again, a late night for these two teams, for Union especially if they try to make the trip back to Barberville after the contest tonight. It's a little bit of a trek, without a doubt, to get to Barberville. You're about 3 hours, no matter which way you slice it up, to get down to the campus there. So. But a good opportunity here tonight for the women to get things back to even 500 in conference play, and more importantly, crawl one game closer to staying in a winning season. A win here tonight would push them 2 games over 500, and would 6 games to go, 3 games at home, give them an opportunity to continue to better their record before the AAC tournament that comes up and the end part of next month. So both teams have finished their warm-ups, and the only thing we've got left is the national anthem and our starting lineups. So what we'll do is we'll step aside for a break. When we return, we'll meet our starting lineups and get you ready for tip-off. Union and KCU in the first game of the doubleheader between the men and the women. And our coverage continues after this on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Núñez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Núñez, the best around.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
Back here in Grayson as we get ready for tip-off, let's meet the starting lineups for the visiting Bulldogs of Union College. In the backcourt, a 5'7" senior out of Bardstown, Kentucky, number 2, Leasia Linton. She's joined by a 5' junior out of Lenore City, Tennessee, number 4, Sierra Uphoff. Rounding out the backcourt, 5'7" junior out of London, Kentucky, number 22, Gracie Jervis. In the front court, 5'10" junior out of Science Hill, Kentucky, number 31, Haley Brock. And in the middle, 6' junior from Mount Vernon, Kentucky, number 32, Mackenzie Himes. Linton, Uphoff, Jervis, Brock, and Himes, the starting 5 for Aleka Carr's Union Bulldogs, 3-20, trying to snap a 7-game losing streak here tonight on the road. Union will be in the gray tops and bottoms outlined with the orange, the Union U on the shorts. Union in orange across the jersey, and then the numerals in orange on the front and the back. Now let's meet the starting lineup for KCU. We'll start first in the backcourt. 5'7" junior out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky, number 2, Abby West. She's joined in the backcourt by a 5'7" senior from Hindman, Kentucky, number 14, Jada Higgins. And rounding out the backcourt, 5'8" senior out of Winchester, number 22, Jasmine Flowers. In the front court, 5'10" senior out of Wayne, West Virginia, number 4, Lakin Atkins. And 5'9" sophomore from Olive Hill, number 33, Kylie Gillum. West, Atkins, Higgins, Flowers, and Gillum. Starting 5 for the Knights, decked out in the white jerseys tonight. White tops and bottoms, red striping around the top and the shorts. The Knights logo on the shorts. Kentucky Christian in black, outlined in red, and the red numerals on the front and the back. Dr. Lisa Kahn, the head coach. Dean Brand, Ulysses Estrada, and Kirk Wills are the assistants. Knights will work it from right to left as I view it here tonight. Court side. And we're about ready to get things rolling here in the contest. Men will follow tonight at approximately 7:30. You can catch that right here on Cool TV. So Himes and Higgins, center court. 10 minutes on the clock. We're ready for tip-off. So Mr. Ken Cantron will step in and give us our whistle to play. Ball's in the air, tip near side. Jasmine Flowers has it, and off we go. Here's West. She'll penetrate. Here's Flowers down the lane. Scoop shot up, no good. Kylie Gillum with a stick back. And the Knights grab an early 2-0 lead. KCU trying to show a little pressure in the backcourt. Linton gets it front court. Comes near side Jervis. Entry pass Himes. Himes turns. Skip pass off the left side. Long three from the wings on the way. Good from Haley Brock. And Union takes a 3-2 lead. Here's Kylie Gillum all alone. Here's a long-range jumper from Flowers off the mark. No good. Brock with the rebound. Union with a 1-point lead. Front court. There's a lob underneath the Himes, working on Gillum, backs herself in, and she's fouled on the way up. And she'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Gillum picks up the foul, her first, team's first. And Mackenzie Himes to shoot 2. Himes a leading scorer for this team, averaging 14 a game. Eyes and fires the first one, and it's up as good. 68.3% free throw shooter. 4-2 Bulldogs. Second free throw on the way. That one finds its mark as well. West brings it in near side. Takes the return back from Gillum. Brings it across the midcourt stripe. Jarvis staying with her. Man-to-man defensive pressure by the Bulldogs. There's West on the left wing. Goes to Gillum. Gillum pulls the trigger. Long jumpers on the way from downtown Tripletown. Kylie Gillum. She's got all 5, and we're even at 5. Nice try to turn the pressure up in the backcourt. Union breaks the press. Up off, out of the corner for an answer. Threes off the mark, no good. Ball tipped around into the hands of Higgins. Higgins goes coast to coast, stops in the lane. 13-footers up, no good. Rebound Himes. 8:20 to go here in the opening period. There's a double team on Himes. We'll skip it out top of the key, up off. Now we got players on the floor underneath. Here's a 3 ball off the mark, no good. And then a whistle and a foul underneath. We'll get the foul on Sierra Uphoff. That's her first, team's first. And let's go put Jasmine Flowers to the free throw line, shooting 2. Flowers a 69.6% free throw shooter. First one is up, is no good. Second one's up. That one finds its mark. Ball tipped in the backcourt, stolen away by West, and then she loses it off of her foot out of bounds. So they forced their first turnover of the ball game, and then it goes out of bounds. And now Coach Kahn saying that they never had possession. Not certain what the holdup was, but either way, we're back underway. Here's Uphoff. Has it raked out from behind as Higgins gets the hand in and swats it onto the baseline. So Jervis will trigger in. Looking for Himes on that back door. Nothing happening there. So Jervis takes it in the corner and then lobs it underneath, and it's knocked out of bounds. And they'll stay with the Bulldogs with 7:45 to play here in the first quarter. 6-5 your score, Knights in front. Lob comes in to Himes on the high post right side. Now Brock. And then a whistle and a foul as Higgins just got leveled by Mackenzie Himes with the offensive foul. Her first, team second. Lakin Atkins wants a three. It's on the way. It's too stiff. There's Linton in front court. Uphoff in the corner. Gives it into Himes. Himes backs herself in, and a foul on KCU's Lakin Atkins. And Mackenzie Himes back to the line, shooting two. 6-5 our score, 7:26 to go here in the opening period. Himes the only player to attempt free throws thus far for the Bulldogs. She hit both of her attempts. Junior eyes and fires. First one is up and too stiff. One more. Second free throw is good. We're tied at 6. Reagan King comes on, replacing Himes. Flowers will work at front court for the Knights. Linton on her. Brings it to the left side. Pitches it off to West. Step back threes on the way. In and out, no good. Had a good look there, just couldn't get it to stay down. Jarvis front court, pitches it off to Uphoff. They'll go into the corner, Linton. Here's King, now up top of the key. Brock wants a three, it's on the way, no, it's off the mark right side. Higgins tight roping the near sideline. Races it in the front court, spins in the lane, goes to the left side and gets it to stay home. Nice spin move there. Puts the Knights back in front by a deuce. Jarvis comes front court, entry pass into King. She fumbles the basketball, then nearly throws it out of bounds, and then it finally does go out of bounds. Here comes Belle Sparks and Madison Cox. Uphoff steps off, and Kylie Gillum steps off. Atkins goes on the baseline left side. She's fouled on the way to the rack. She'll shoot two. Reagan King gets her on the way up. Her first, team's third. Atkins, a 60.9% free throw shooter, averaging just under 10 points a game, 6.5 rebounds. Free throw is up is good. 9-6. Largest lead of the ball game thus far. Atkins hits them both. Trying to get the turnover in the backcourt. Jarvis will bring it front court, spins it off the far sideline. Lost it on the way to the rack as it's stolen away. Atkins. She'll pitch it ahead. Flowers. Flowers on the right side. Goes to the rack on the baseline, curls it around to Higgins. Higgins, no-look pass inside to Bell Sparks, and Sparks finishes for the Bunny. And now the Knights doubling it up. It's 12-6 here early on in the first. Long cross-court pass. Kicks it out into the corner. 3-ball on the way from Cox, who checks into the ball game, and she buries the triple. 12-9. Atkins going to the rack off the right side all the way from mid-court. As Atkins picks up her 4th point. Pushes the lead back to 5. Here's Linton. Comes to the right side. West hounding her. Cox around the horn to Brock. Entry pass goes into King. She puts it on the deck, goes right at Atkins, and can't finish the shot. West has the rebound out in transition. She goes. Little hesitation move, goes up with a shot, and it's blocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with KCU. Rebecca Atilano coming on for Higgins. 5:09 to play here in the first. Flowers out of the left corner. Now Sparks. Atkins looks it off to Atilano. 3 from the right side's off the mark, too stiff. Cox with a rebound. Inside of 5 to play here in the opening period. 5-point lead for the Knights. There's King. Finds position on Atkins. Puts up a shot, no good. Gets a rebound. Puts that one up and back it in. Now Union's going to drop back in a half-court press. Bell Sparks from the right side. Feeds it into West. West off the left side. No, missed it. Had the open look, couldn't finish point blank. Chance to cut it to 1 or tie on this series for the Bulldogs. Cox out of the corner. Brings it out top of the key to Brock. Now Linton in the corner right side. Starts to attack on the baseline, cut off. Here's King inside on Atkins. Puts it on the deck. Falls down, and a whistle and a foul on Lakin Atkins. That's going to be her second. Team's third, excuse me. And Lindsey Cassell checking in. Casey Bajent's coming in as well. And Abby West checks out. Himes will return for King. Handoff Linton. Right elbow jumper may have been partially blocked. So ball goes out of bounds and back into the hand of the Knights. 4 minutes to play here in the first. 3-point lead. Atilano front court. Looks a little zone now. Cassell. Throws a dart into Bajents. Bajents backs herself in, puts up a shot, no good, gets the rebound. That one doesn't go home. Here's Linton. Himes wants it on the block. They feed it to her. Bajents spotting her up. Takes her left, comes back right, puts up a shot, won't stay home. Rebound underneath. And then Himes puts it in. Leads down to 1. And then a whistle and a foul away from the basketball, an offensive foul. As they'll get that one on Bajents for the hold. Her first, team's 4th. Flower steps off. And coming back on is Gillum. 1-point lead for the Knights. Bulldogs with the basketball. There's Linton. Off to Cox out of the corner. Tries to go back to Linton. Linton tied up there by Cassell. Comes left elbow. Stops. Turns. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And the shot is up and blocked by Bell Sparks. And on the way up, they're going to say she got her on the elbow. So Sparks picks up the foul, her first, team's 5th. And Madison Cox will go to the line and shoot 3. Attilano stepping out. Higgins returns. Morgan Bradley coming on for Haley Brock. Cox's first free throw is up, is good. We're tied at 14. 75% free throw shooter. Second one's on the way, is good. Cox with 5 off of the bench, including a big 3 that answered a KCU 3. Last one's on the way, is good. Give her 6 in the ball game. Higgins front court for the Knights. Sizing up the defense. Hands it off to Sparks. Sparks goes underneath. Higgins on the wing. She'll pull the trigger for the 3. It's off the mark, no good. Sparks with a rebound, turns, puts it back up, and one! And a chance at a 3-point play. Foul is on Linton. It's her first team's 4th. And Belle Sparks evens a game at 16 and a chance at a 3-point play. Free throw off the mark, no good. Rebound Linton. And then they throw it out of bounds. There's Abby West back in for Sparks. Higgins loses her dribble, gives it off to Gillum now. West comes and takes it. As we approach 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Cassell, a 3 from the right side's off the mark, no good. Nice save there by Abby West. Higgins starts to attack, comes underneath, gives it off to Gillum. Gillum with position underneath, misses the shot. Higgins fighting for the rebound. It's poked out of bounds. Who touched it last? We'll say it was touched last by Union. So KCU basketball. Here's Gillum, launches the 3, money. Kylie Gillum with 8. 19-16, mid-40 to go here in the first. Gillum's got the hot touch here tonight. Cox works off a screen from Linton. Pitches it right side. That's a moving screen by Himes. She got away with it. Linton spins out the backside. Circus shot, didn't need to do that. Misses the shot. Cassell in transition. And then a foul against Union. As they'll get Mackenzie Himes with an intentional foul. So that's going to be her 2nd, team's 5th. We're going to shoot free throws with Cassie Bajents with 1:19 to play here in the first. First one is up, doesn't find the mark. Bajents a 50% free throw shooter. Second one goes home. So Himes will take a seat. King returns. Bajents and Cassell go to the bench. Savannah Parker entering for her first action of the contest. And Flowers returns. Now KCU in possession of the basketball after the intentional foul. They'll go to Gillum in the corner. Lobs it back door to Parker, and Parker can't hang on to the pill. Had it set up perfectly, just could not execute. Here comes Brock back on for Blakely. Uphoff returns for Cox. Ball raked away at midcourt, nearly stolen away by Gillum. Here's Linton out of the right side, stops on the baseline. They'll go down to the corner, Uphoff. 1 minute to play in the first. Shot clock's at 10. Linton starts to attack. Throws up a shot and gets it to go home. Right in front of Parker. Higgins rushes it in front court. No look pass underneath, and that one's stolen away. Tried to throw it into traffic and could not find the mark. Handoff Linton. Left wing in front of the KCU bench. Here's Uphoff, near side, 20 on the shot clock. Brock feeds it out top of the key, and that's a whistle and a foul, and that's on Higgins, her first. Team's fifth, that's a bonus this way. So double bonus now as Sierra Uphoff will shoot 2. 28 seconds to play here in the first. Free throw is up too stiff, off the back of the box. Second one on the way. That one finds its mark. 20-19. Madison Cox returns as Sierra Uphoff will check out. Shot clock is off. Knights can hold for the final shot of the first quarter, leading by 1, looking to add to it. Abby West front court. Works it out in the midcourt stripe right in front of me. She'll take it down inside of 10 and then start the attack. Here at 6, crosses over. Lobs it inside to Parker right in front of the rim. Parker's shot is up, no good. Gets her own rebound. And does it go down? Count it at the horn. 22-19 after 1. Second quarter when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Savannah Parker with the putback before the horn to end the first period. Puts the Knights in front 22-19 as we welcome you back here to Ron Arnett Court here in the Lesby Center on the campus of Kentucky Christian University in Grayson, Kentucky. James Carey, happy to have you along with us here tonight for the first of 2 games of this men and women's doubleheader. KCU leading Union 22-19. And it'll be Union basketball to start the second quarter. From left to right, they'll work it as I view it here courtside. And off we go with quarter number 2. Jervis brings it in the front court. Higgins working on her. KCU showing man-to-man. They've been there the whole time. And then a whistle and a foul. And they'll get that one on Sierra Uphoff away from the basketball. That's her second, team's first. Kylie Gillum's had a quick start to this contest. She's got 8 points in the first quarter. That leads all scorers. Here's Flowers. Parker between the rings. Gillum's all alone. She wants another 3. She's got it. 11 points for Kylie Gillum. 25-19, the lead 6. And then a whistle and a foul, and we're going the other way. Linton called for the push-off. That's her second, team's second. Higgins will touch it in to West in the backcourt. Knights playing with some momentum right now. Need to build off of it. Here's Parker. Takes the entry pass. Looks at the double team, and we're going the other way. And Savannah Parker called for the offensive foul. So her first, team's first of the second period. 9:11 to go before halftime. Stay tuned with me at the half. We'll check all the scoring and stats. Linton takes the inbound, touches it back to Jervis. Higgins slides with her across the midcourt stripe. Hardwick to check in on the next dead ball situation. Here's a pitch to the near sideline, and they were not on the same page as that ball goes out of bounds. 7th turnover of the basketball game. Gillum takes a seat as Hardwick comes on for her first action tonight. Inside of 9 to play here in the half. Flowers between the ring, Hardwick on the left side. One dribble to West. Shot clock's at 15, Higgins right wing. Flowers out of the right corner, three's on the way, money. Jasmine Flowers knocks down the 4th triple of the ball game for the Knights, and their lead has blown up to 9. It's 28-19. There's a ball nearly thrown out of bounds, and it is. And a 30-second timeout requested by Union with 8:26 to play here in the first half. Knights have forced 8 turnovers in this basketball game. 4 for 9 from long range, 6 of 15 from the field in this ball game. From inside the arc, that is. 13 to 10 rebounding. The Knights leading the way on the glass. But they've got a little mojo rolling right now and opened up a 9-point lead. There with 8:26 to play in the opening half. So both teams returning their same 5 going into the break. KCU will take it out in the backcourt. Looking to push the lead to double digits on this trip. Higgins. High post, right side. Flowers gives it back to Higgins. Higgins into the lane. Slips through off the window. Counted and one. And a chance for a 3-point play for Jada Higgins. They're good on Linton. So 30-19. Free throw is on the way. Won't stay home. Up off of the basketball in the corner, closest to the Knights bench. Shot clock down to 15. Here's Jervis, works off a screen, reverses back to King. Linton off the right side, steps into a 3 from the wing, off the back of the iron, over top of the backboard and out of bounds. Here comes Campbell Jackamsuck in for Savannah Parker. Cox and Blakely returns. Brock and Uphoff stepping off. Higgins with the basketball. Brings it off to Flowers on the right side. Here's West in between the rings. Now Higgins. Flowers finds a seam. Tries to push it off the near sideline. It's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with KCU. Gracie Jervis not happy with the call for the official. So the Knights will have it on the sideline with 11 on the shot clock. Higgins centers it up. Flowers down to West. Left side 3 on the way, front iron short. Jackamsuck fighting for the rebound on the backside. She'll come away with it. Now she's tied up, and a timeout requested by KCU. So a 30-second timeout with 7:18 to play here before halftime. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we'll have KCU and Union men. Union number 5 in the latest rankings, averaging nearly 90 a game. I was talking with Coach Charlie Pack earlier this week, over after the weekend actually, and he said they're going to have to play the best game of their life to compete with this very highly talented Bulldogs team. We'll have that one coming up tonight at approximately 7:30 right here on Cool TV. So Abby West to trigger in, 15 on the shot clock. She's got on the baseline underneath her own bucket. Surveying, trying to get it in, lobs it in to Higgins. Higgins on the right wing, sizing up Linton, comes to the elbow, gets in the paint, steps through, off the glass, no good. Tips, fights, gets her own rebound. She'll back herself back in. This time goes up and it rolls off the back of the iron, no good. And then slipping and going hard to the deck was King. And she loses the basketball out of bounds. And it goes back to the Knights. Abby West to trigger in. Lob inside to Higgins. Higgins steps through, off to West. And pretty certain as she raked it through, she made contact with Sierra Uphoff. So Atalano will return as Abby West will step out. 32-19 our score. Here's Blakely. Comes right side next to Higgins. Slips through off the right side and puts it up off the window. 32-21, Higgins front court for the Knights. Jackamsuck on the wing, left side. Gets in the lane. Stops on the right block, turns left. Feeds it back off to Hardwick. She'll slip through, untouched off the left side and finish for the bucket. 34-21 leads back to 13. Linton, step back three, left wing on the way, no. Rebound underneath. Flowers in transition. Hardwick out of the corner. Back to Jackamsuck. She'll put it on the deck. Goes to the left side. She's fouled on the way up. No whistle, though. King with a rebound. A pitch ahead, Cox. Off the right side, three, no. Rebound Atalano. She'll bring it in the front court, give it off to Higgins. 5.5 to play in the half. 13-point lead for the Knights, 34-21. 15 on the shot clock for Higgins. Crosses over into the lane, left side off the glass, no. Rolls off the front iron. Linton lobs it inside to King. King puts it up and she's fouled. And she'll shoot a pair as they'll get that one on Campbell Jackamsuck. Her first, team's second of the quarter. Here comes Cassell and Gillum. Also back in is Bell Sparks. Flowers, Jackamsuck, and Higgins all take a seat. Now Cassie Bajents will come on and get Hardwick. So King to the line for two. 2.7 rebounds for her unofficially. Pushes the first one up, is good. 34-22 now. Nothing but twine on that one as she pushes it up and through. She'll take a seat. And Mackenzie Himes will return. Cassell across the midcourt stripe. Being hounded there by Jervis. Jervis really getting after, and then she's got her hands all over. Foul is on Jervis. That's the team's fourth. That's her second. So the next foul will have KCU in the bonus. Here's Sparks. Lobs it back door to Cassell. Cassell on the baseline. She double dribbled. Got herself caught in between the pass and the play. Six turnovers of the basketball game for the Knights. Here's Linton, takes the inbound. She'll race it ahead. Cassell trying to cut her off. Works off a screen off the high post. Cox on the wing. Brings it inside, Himes. Here's a three ball, in and out, no good. Rebound out by Bell Sparks. And then a tie-up and a foul whistled against Kylie Gillum, her second, team's third. Here comes Flowers. Linton. Into the corner, Cox. Left side three, front iron short. Bajents with the rebound. And then has it stolen away. Jervis puts it up and in. Here's Cassell. Pitches off Atilano. Puts it on the deck. Inside to Bajents, and Bajents walks. Here comes Abby West back in for Lindsey Cassell. Sparks hounding the ball handler out top. Here's Cox, works off a screen into the Kehoe. Lobs it down underneath, it's tipped away. Ball still loose, and Sparks will tip it back to her teammate. Nice feed underneath, and Sparks couldn't finish. Beautiful feed there from Abby West. Himes works it in underneath, blocked out of bounds. Bajents with the block. 3:20 to play in the half, and a timeout requested. Full timeout. We're back in 60 seconds on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
3:20 to go in the ball game, or excuse me, in the first half, I should say. 34-25, KCU leading Union. Packed house here tonight. Good crowd on hand for this first game. Men will follow approximately 7:30. You can catch the action right here on Cool TV. It will be on a separate link, though. So if you want to catch the men's game, it'll be over. There is another link that is provided there. You can just simply click on it at the conclusion of this contest and catch the call of the second game here tonight between Union and KCU. Out of the timeout, Jervis lobs it in. Linton on the post, high post that is. Now Brock off to Cox on the left side. 15 on the shot clock. Himes works her way in, kicks it off to Jervis. Right side three's on the way, no. Atilano takes the rebound off the backside, tries to toss it ahead, and it's raked out of bounds. We'll stay with KCU. 3:02 to go before halftime. Here's West. Brings it into Flowers. Now Delano. Agents fighting underneath, trying to get position. Flowers comes left. Tries to thread the needle back door and throws it out of bounds. Great idea. They just were not on the same page. Ninth turnover of the basketball game for the Knights. Here's Cox. Hounded there by Altalano. Fighting for the possession is Jervis. And then they're going to get Bell Sparks on the way across the midcourt stripe. That's her second, team's fourth. So both teams will be in the bonus on the next foul with 2:42 to play here in the first half. Higgins at the scores table to check in the next dead ball. There's Linton left side. Now Cox in front of the KCU bench. Works off a screen from Linton. 10 on the shot clock. Jervis gets into the keyhole. 16-footers up and good. Leads down to 7. West into the lane, off the window, no good. Ball tipped into the hands of Bell Sparks. That may have been partially blocked on the way up. There's Linton. Jab step. Off to Brock. Entry pass Himes off the left side window. No good. Ball's loose. Himes diving on the floor for it and comes away with it. 15 on the shot clock. Himes on the block with 5. Working on Bajents. Blocked away. Sparks in transition. Goes to the rack. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Fouls on Brock. That's our first, team's 5th. So bonus the rest of the way. Attilano takes a seat. Back in is Jada Higgins. And to the free throw line is Bellamy Sparks. First one is up, is good. 35-27, a minute 36 to go here before halftime. Sparks a 58.3% free throw shooter. Second one finds its mark. And she'll take a seat as Caselch comes back into the ball game. Sparks was 6, coming off a career high 11 in the loss here Saturday. Jervis in the backcourt, looks at a double team, pitches it over top to Linton. Linton goes behind her back into the keyhole. Step back long 2. Misses almost everything. Higgins will take the rebound on the baseline, bring it in the front court. Works off a screen there from Bajent. Stops on the elbow. Throws it back off now. Right side, Abby West. Cross-court pass goes to Cassell. She tight ropes, and the pass takes her out of bounds. There's Linton. Crosses over. Tosses off to Jervis. 1 minute to play in the half. There's Jervis out of the corner. Entry pass to King. King spins left and counted and 1. As Bajents just picked up her second, team's 5th. So Bajents will step out. Savannah Parker returns. Morgan Blakely comes on for Linton. King puts a free throw up. It's no good. Higgins out top of the key. Steps through off the right side and is fouled on the way to the rack. That one's on Madison Cox. That's her first. Tempers flaring here. We're going to shoot free throws. It's bonus, so Higgins will go to the line for 2. Here comes Linton back in. And she'll replace Morgan Blakely. Here's Hardwick coming in for Jasmine Flowers. First one is up, is good. Second one on the way, misses the mark. Linton, heavy pressure out top of the key by West. Reverses it back out. 3 ball by Brock, left that one short. Cassell fights for the rebound. Ahead, Higgins dumps it off underneath. Hardwick has it. Lobs it off the left side. There's Parker and puts it up and in. And that takes us to halftime. 39-29, Knights go to the locker room up 10 on a back-and-forth battle we saw here in the first half. Halftime show when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Halftime here in Grayson with KCU in the locker room up 10, 39-29. Knights led this one by as many as 13. The Bulldogs got it back in single digits, and then Savannah Parker closes both quarters with buckets at the horn and makes this one a 10-point lead, 39-29, favoring the Knights here at the halftime period. It was 22-19 after one. KCU outscores Union 17-10 in the second, and they've got a 10-point advantage in the locker room. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the numbers in this one, and we'll get you ready for the second half of action. Knights leading it by 10 at the break. Our coverage continues after this. Here at the halftime show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Make your everyday purchases faster, simpler, and more convenient with First National Bank's new contactless debit card, featuring a fresh new design and the ability to add your card to your phone's mobile wallet. Your debit card has never been more secure. Simply look for the contactless symbol at checkout, tap your contactless card, or hold your phone over the terminal and your payment is processed in seconds without your card number ever being exposed. Tap, pay, go. It's that easy with First National Bank. First National Bank in Canonsburg, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
39-29 our score at the half. Let's take a look at some numbers for this one, as we'll start first with the visiting Bulldogs. 9 of 29 from the field, that's 31%. 2 of 12 from long range, 16.7%. 9 of 12 from the charity stripe, 75%. 21 rebounds in the basketball game. They've turned it over 11 times. 2 players with 6 points. Reagan King off the bench. Madison Cox also with 6. She stepped in and hit the three-pointer and then got fouled on a three-point attempt and knocked down all 3 free throws. That leads the way. Only players close to that, Mackenzie Himes, the leading scorer for this team. She has 5, but she struggled with foul trouble much of the first half of play. King also with 7 rebounds. That leads the way for the visiting Bulldogs. For KCU, 14 of 37 from the field, 37.8%. 4 of 10 from long range, 40%. 7 of 12, 58.3% from beyond the free throw line. 26 rebounds, 11 on the offensive glass. 10 turnovers in the first half. Kylie Gillen leads the way with 11 points. Jada Higgins with 5 points and 5 rebounds. Belle Sparks has 6 points off the bench. 39-29 our score at the break. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll preview the matchup coming up at the conclusion of this one, as number 5 Union and KCU will square off in a men's contest. That's as we continue here in the halftime show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, equal housing lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Return. Refresh. Refuel.
Happy holidays from Clark's Pump & Shop. Stop in this winter weather season and warm up with one of our coffees, hot chocolates, or lattes, custom made just the way you like it. Clark's Pump & Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Back here in Grayson, 39-29. Knights lead the Bulldogs here at the half. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, approximately around 7:30 or somewhere thereabouts, we'll have the men's game. Number 5 Union rolls in looking to clinch the AAC championship. They've got a record of 21-1. They've won their last 13. And averaging nearly 90 a game. 19-0 in conference play this year. Their lone loss this season came back against St. Francis on November 27th, 83-72. They've gone over the century mark twice already in the month of January. They knocked off Truett McConnell 84-78 last time out. Hammered Milligan 102-68. They knocked off Johnson 104-75, and that's the same Johnson team that was here that roughed up Kentucky Christian University on Saturday by a pretty hefty margin. Talking with Coach Charlie Pack, and he reiterated a lot of just how important it was going to be for his team to play the best game that his team's probably played all year long. They know that the challenge is there. It's a tall task at order. But again, that's why you play the games on the court, not on a piece of paper. So we're excited to bring you the action of this one. Around 7:30. Again, it'll be over on a separate link. So at the conclusion of this game, you want to catch the men's game, just right there on our YouTube page. Reach over there, hit that second link. It's labeled men's basketball, and you can follow along all the action right here from Grayson. We'll step aside for a break. When we return, we'll get you ready for the second half of action. Knights in the locker room up 10. Our coverage continues after this here at the halftime show on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Need some extra money for home improvements or other purchases? How about a home equity line of credit with absolutely no closing costs? We have some exciting news from our loan department at First National Bank. Right now, open a home equity line of credit at First National and we will pay all the fees at closing. Hurry into one of our 8 locations to take advantage of this great offer. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Jennifer Epperly, loan officer at First National Bank in Canonsburg. I personally invite you and all local businesses to visit our beautiful new building in Canonsburg on U.S. Route 60 next to the Walmart entrance. We offer many services including personal, mortgage, and business loans. First National Bank is locally owned by the McGuire family of Ashland and has been in business since 1902. We aim to give you the personal attention and best customer service there is to offer. Come inside, talk with us, and let us make you a part of the First National Bank family. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
Back here in Grayson as we get you ready for the second half of action between KCU and Union. Happy to have everyone along with us here on the Cool Hit Sports Network on Cool TV. Knights trying to push the record to 12-10. Snap a two-game losing streak and, more importantly, even things up in AAC play. Currently at 8-9 on the season. 6 games remaining after tonight, 3 at home, 3 on the road. And it's alternating. They go on the road, back home, on the road, back home. They'll wrap things up for the regular season here in Grayson. Hammer up top here. They will flip positions in game number 2. Excited to bring everyone the coverage here for Knights basketball action. Starting 5 for the Knights as we bring it in. Gillum reaches in and ties it up, and Jervis forces the turnover. So a quick turnover out of the second quarter start. Here's Jervis, races it ahead. Higgins flying behind her to cut her off. Cox gets the start here in the second half. Brock lobs inside to Himes. And she puts it up and off the window with ease. Flowers in the lane, can't get it to stay home. There's Linton from the left elbow. It's good. A quick 4. And the lead's down to 6. One minute gone here in the third quarter. Abby West between the rings. Higgins on the wing. Throws a dart inside to Gillum. Gillum turnaround hook shot, left it short. A pitch ahead, Cox. Linton will center it up. Feeds it off to Brock. Himes wants it inside. Working on Atkins, lobs it into her. She'll turn around, up and under move, won't stay home. And then a whistle and a foul, and Himes just picked up her third. And she'll quickly head to the bench. As King will replace her. There's Atkins. Gillum taking a seat as well in that last timeout as Bell Sparks comes back on. Here's Flowers, a long arcing 3, money. Jasmine Flowers dials it up from downtown Tripletown, her 7th point of the night. 42-33. Entry pass King on the block right side, good. Reagan King with her 8th point. Abby West front court. Gets into the lane, has it raked away from her, and she's fouled on the way to the basket. We'll get on Madison Cox. That's her second, team's second. West to trigger in. Gives it into Higgins. Higgins faces the basket into the lane. Bell Sparks, 16-footer from the keyhole, left it short. Rebound out to Cox. Linton front court for the Bulldogs, down by 7. Here's Cox on the right wing. Brock in between the rings. Now Linton on the wing left side. 7.5 to play. Jarvis out of the corner, 15 on the shot clock. Lob inside to King. She makes the catch, turns and faces the basket and puts it up and off the window for her 10th. What was 10 at the half is down to 5. And then Higgins tries to feed it underneath the Sparks, and it's stolen away by Linton. Good start for the Bulldogs here to start the second half. Here's Cox off the elbow, out to Linton, nearly lost it out of bounds. Higgins corralling her up in the corner there. Here's Brock. King inside. Jervis out of the corner, blocked away by Sparks. And then Atkins has her shot blocked away. It'll stay with the Knights underneath their own bucket. Gilliam and Bajents returning. Sparks steps off, as will Lakin Atkins. Here's Bajents. Puts the shot up and in off the little lob pass there for her 3rd point. 7-point lead for the Knights. Linton feeds it into King. King into the paint, kicks it off the corner. 3 ball by Brock. In and out, no good. Abby West takes the baseline rebound, pitches it ahead, Flowers near side. Flowers step back 3 from the wing, yes! Back to 10. The senior from Winchester strokes home her 10th. And then a steal by Higgins in the backcourt and a foul. Look at that one on Gracie Jervis. That's her 3rd, team's 3rd. And Jada Higgins to the free throw line for 2. Higgins a 72.7% free throw shooter. First one is up is good. Gives her 6 in the ball game. One more for the senior from Hindman. Second one finds its mark as well. 12-point lead, 6 minutes to play here in the 3rd. 2 walks right there. The second one, they said she never had possession of the basketball. King posting up, working on Bajents. That was swatted away. Big block there by Bajents into West. Out to Bajents in transition, no. Fights for her own rebound, she's tied up, reverses it out to Flowers. 3 ball from the wing, in and out, no good. Here's Cox in the corner. Tipped off to King on the baseline. 15 on the shot clock. Linton will come and get it with 10. Student section coming to life here tonight. 5 on the shot clock. Linton lobs it into King with 3. Juggles for the basketball, puts it up, and a foul with no seconds on the shot clock. Just before the buzzer goes off. And they'll get Bajents on her 3rd. Team's first. And Reagan King will go to the line and shoot 2. Here comes Savannah Parker back in. King 2 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. Sophomore pushes the first one up and misses. Here comes Lakin Atkins back to the scores table to check in if this one goes down. She missed it. Higgins takes the rebound. 12-point lead for the Knights as Higgins streaks it ahead. Comes off the right elbow, gets to the rack, puts a shot up, and she's fouled. She'll go back to the line for 2. That was on Gracie Jervis. That's her 4th, team's 4th. Atkins returns for Flowers. And Hardwick coming on for West. Blakely will return and replace Jervis. And Jada Higgins back to the line for 2 free throws. In and out, no good. One more for the senior. That one's good. Pushes it out to a 13-point lead. That matches the largest of the ball game. Here's Linton. Brings it near side to Brock. Back to Linton in between the rings with 20 on the shot clock. Cox on the left wing. Kylie Gillum on her. Man-to-man defense by the Knights. Lob inside to King. Skip pass off to Cox. Here's Blakely out of the corner with 9. Linton feeds it off now to Brock. Right wing 3, way too stiff. Ball tipped around. Higgins has it in transition. Gillum into the keyhole. Parker faces the basket, puts it on the deck. Fights herself through, puts up a shot. It's tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Knights. 4:14 to play here in the third. Chance to take their largest lead of the ball game on this possession. Higgins a trigger in on her baseline. Gets it back door to Atkins. She can't handle the pill, and it goes out of bounds as Higgins tries to chase it back down. 13th turnover of the basketball game for the Knights. MJ McKay playing a little rebounding duty there. He looks better on a camera than he does making a pass. Here's Linton, hemmed up by Hardwick and Atkins in the backcourt. Atkins got a fingertip on it. Brock pitches ahead to Cox. Linton takes it with 20 on the shot clock, just above the volleyball line. Works off a screen there, has it raked away. Feeds it off to Brock, 10 on the shot clock, hand off Cox. Cox into the keyhole, spins right. Now Blakely starts to attack on Higgins, raked away, and that's a shot clock violation. They get the shot away. Now I think we've had a shot clock violation before it went away. Yes, the horn did not sound when the clock was at 0. So that's the reason for the confusion. The clock was at 0 and the horn didn't go until about another second later. So the turnover gives it back to the Knights, leading by 13 with 3:30 to play in the third. There's a lob backside to Parker, and she can't haul it in as Atkins put just a little bit too much mustard on the pill. Knights are going to a full court press now. Linton nearly stepped in. Gives it ahead to King, and then Hardwick with a push from behind. Team's second of the quarter. Abby West returns for Jada Higgins. Linton races it ahead. Near side to Blakely, comes left elbow. Now off to the right side to Brock. Linton all alone on the left side. Pulls the trigger, three's on the way, too stiff, no good. Box out Hardwick. Here's Atkins, front court. Gets into the lane. Puts up a shot, she's blocked and fouled, no call. Rebound King, we play on. Linton in the front court, inside of 3 to play in the third. King takes the entry pass, puts it on the deck, spins left, comes back right, loses her dribble. Out to Cox with 15 on the shot clock. Here's Linton on the wing. Spins baseline. Abby West taking it away for a second. Skip pass off. 5 on the shot clock. Floater by Cox, too stiff. Ball loose, and Savannah Parker fights away the rebound. King still down behind. And she's slow to come to her feet. And I understand the injury, but KCU had the basketball still moving in transition. That play should have not stopped. Had KCU stopped the press of trying to attack, then you stop play. You cannot stop play just because a player's down. That's not the way the rules are said. And Dr. Lisa Collins, she's holding her hands up on the same side, the same thing I'm saying. KCU had the basketball and was attacking. And in that situation, that play stays live. As soon as they reverse it out, they curl it out, do not a turn and attack of the rim, you slow it down. So to stay with KCU, they'll have the basketball on the near sideline with 2:22 to play. Reagan King being helped to the sideline. She's had a heck of a basketball game here tonight. 10 points and 8 rebounds off the bench. And she was a big lift when Himes got herself into serious foul trouble there early in the first quarter. So Abby West to bring it in on the near sideline. A slow pass getting in bounds, and it's turned over as it never made it to its intended mark of Savannah Parker. And then Union just turns and gifts it right back with their 14th turnover of the basketball game. So the Knights will literally have it in the same position, just on the opposite side of the court. They'll have it this time right at the bench next to Reagan Atkins, who's sitting on the very end of the bench there. There's Lakin Atkins on the inbound, brings it off to Hardwick. Now West from the left corner. Parker looks at the double team, fights her way up, can't get it to go down, but she will shoot two. Fifth team foul. We'll have KCU shooting bonus the rest of the way in this period. And Himes just picked up her fourth. So Savannah Parker to the line for two. Freshman out of Mount Sterling. In and out. One more. 66.7% free throw shooter, averaging just under a point, or 2 points and 2 rebounds a game. Second one misses the mark as well. Nice block out there by Brock on the baseline right in front of Kylie Gillum. Here's Himes, spins on Parker, fighting her way in, puts up a shot, and she's fouled. And they'll get that one on Parker, her second, team's third. Mackenzie Himes to the free throw line for two. Here comes Jasmine Flowers back on, as Parker will take a seat. Himes has been held in check in this one thus far, averaging 14-4 a game. She only has 7. A lot of that because she stayed in serious foul trouble from the word go. Free throw was up, and that one's way too stiff. We've been stuck at 50-37, seems like for about 4 minutes now. One more for Himes. Junior eyes and fires. That one connects. Higgins returns. Gillum steps off. Also, Himes exits. Summer Parton coming in for her first action of the ball game. Here's Flowers all alone. Right side three on the way. No. Higgins skies for the rebound. Fade away off the left side. Can't get it home. Linton brings it off near side to Parton. Blakely, left side, right side now to Cox. Here's Brock. Reverses out to Linton. Now Cox on the wing. They'll go back to Brock. Spins in the lane off the left side and gets the friendly roll. Her 5th point cuts the lead to 10. 50-40 as we approach 1 minute to play here in the third. West between the rings. Flowers. There's West. 10 on the shot clock. Tries to get it near side to Flowers. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with KCU. Eight on the shot clock as West tries to find a place to get it into. Gets it into Atkins. Atkins out of the corner, right side. Steps through, off the glass, no good. And a tie up underneath, and a jump ball will stay with KCU. And Atkins slow to come to her feet. Bell Sparks will quickly jump off the bench and check in. And she'll get Atkins. .49 seconds to play in the third. 20 seconds now back on the shot clock. And the inbound is stolen away. Trying to feed it to Higgins inside. Linton front court. Blakely goes right at Parker and a jump ball. Well, she runs right into her. The possession arrow keeps it with the Bulldogs. 10-point lead. That was the mark at the half. KCU's had it out to 13 twice in the ball game. Has not been able to push it further. Lob comes into Brock on the high post left side. Here's Linton in between the rings. 15 on the shot clock. Tiptoes off to the right. Comes back left. Handoff Cox. Shuffles her feet. 5 on the shot clock. Shot is up. Blocked away by Sparks. But then recovered in the backcourt. And then a whistle with 5 seconds to play in the third. And I believe they'll get it on KCU's Jada Higgins, her second, team's fourth. So 5 seconds to go in the third. Union basketball on the sideline next to their bench. Summer Parton to bring it in. Cox takes it, turns right, gets to the baseline, fires up a shot. It won't find any mark. 1.2 seconds still to go here in the third. And the Bulldogs will try to trigger in on a lob. Blakely launches one before the horn, and it's out of bounds, and that's the end of the third. 10-point lead for the Knights. Fourth quarter when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
With loan rates at or near historical lows, now is the time to talk to one of the experienced loan officers at First National Bank. We can help you with that new car or home you've been wanting. Let us work with you to reach the payment level you're comfortable with. You can now access our loan application online at fnbgrayson.com or give us a call today at 606-928-0000 and we can make your loan happen. First National Bank in Canonsburg, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, during the timeout before we was able to stop, they awarded a foul against Jada Higgins. So that's her third, and then put Morgan Blakely at the line for 2. She hit the second, missed the first, so the lead is 9, 50-41 with 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Knights trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. They've had it out to 13 twice. Once in the first half, once here in the second, but have never been able to really kind of deliver that dagger to put it out of reach. West, Higgins, Atkins, Flowers, and Gillum to start the second half for KCU. Linton, Cox, Parton, Brock, and Jervis returns for Blakely. KCU basketball to start the fourth and final stanza. Higgins will trigger in. She's standing just to my left. Going from left to right as I view it here at Ron Arnold Court. Fourth quarter's underway. 9-point lead for the Knights as they come front court. Hand off Higgins. Higgins off the left side. Goes to the rack. Fouled on the way up. No good. Gets her own rebound. Fights for it underneath. Battles through. Goes to the right side. That one doesn't go home. Fights for a rebound again. Spins out of the pressure. Flowers with a runner in the lane. Good. 52-41. Jasmine with 12. Cox on the left wing. Skip past Linton. There's Jervis on the right wing now in front of Kylie Gillum. We'll work it to the left side. Linton on the baseline. 12 on the shot clock. Gets in the lane. Puts up a shot in the roll as it goes home. And a chance at a three-point play as Leasia Linton puts her 6-point home. Abby West whistled for the 52-44. Deficit is 8 for the Bulldogs. Here's Higgins. Gillum on the wing right side. She had a quick 11 in the first quarter. Make it 14 as she dials it up from long range. Her first point since the first half, but it pushes the lead back to 11. And the sophomore filling it here tonight. There's Linton on the wing. Lob inside to Brock, working on Atkins. Spins on the baseline left side, shot up, no good, too stiff. Lakin Atkins with a rebound. Here's West, spots up, three ball on the way, yes! 14-point lead, the largest of the ball game, and a timeout requested by Union. And it's a 30-second timeout with 8:24 to play here in the contest. KCU tonight, 8 of 16 from downtown. Gillum in the basketball has hit all 4 three-pointers she's put in the air. Flowers is 3 for 5. KCU maybe trying to find that little surge they need to push this one out of reach. Kylie Gillum, after going scoreless in the loss on Saturday, she jumped out and put down a quick 8 in this one, had 11 at the half. Hadn't scored in the third, and a big shot there with a big three-pointer straight away. Cox takes the pitch from Jervis. Abby West switches with her. They'll lob it back door to Linton. Atkins tried to get in there, and they'll say that Linton actually touched it out of bounds, so the basketball comes back to the Knights. 15 turnovers each way in this one. And the Knights with their largest lead of the ball game of 14, and they've got the basketball. Here's Higgins, hands it off to Flowers. Gets a high ball screen there from Gillum. She wants it inside. Atkins threw it a little bit too quick. Jervis races it ahead. Near side Linton. There's a long-range jumper by Parton. And she puts in her first bucket of the night. Higgins to the left, right elbow, feeds it off to West. West left side off the window and one. And a chance at a three-point play. Fouls on Madison Cox. That's her third, team's first. King returns. Good to see her jump back in there after going down with maybe rolling her ankle earlier. So West back to the free throw line. Free throw was up as good. And it's 61-46, 15-point lead, largest it's been in the contest. As Jervis looks at the high pressure in the backcourt, nearly stolen away. Gillum still fighting for it. Then Higgins steps in and rakes it away. Higgins goes to the rack, stops left side, good. Knights turning up the pressure in the backcourt. Jervis racing it ahead. Tipped off to Linton on the right side. She'll step in, 18-footer on the way, yes. Inadvertent horn we play on. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Higgins between the ring, jogs it off to the right side, hands it off there to Flowers. Flowers circles the wagon, stops left side, spins back into the lane, and tries to go with a hook shot, and is fouled on the way up. That's on Jervis. That's her 5th, team's 2nd. So Jervis will take a seat. And here comes Haley Brock back in. Jasmine Flowers will go to the line and shoot 2. Flowers with 12 points. First one is up, gets it to roll home. 69.6% free throw shooter. Well over an average of 7.8 points a contest. Second one on the way, tickles the twine. Cassell coming back in for Abby West out of the dead ball. Brock brings it in. Himes also returns. She's been stuck on the bench with those 3 fouls. Here's Brock all alone. Gives it inside to King. Walled up. There's Himes on the back door. Down to 15. Higgins, left side. 20 on the shot clock. Atkins, right elbow, backing herself in. Puts up a shot, too stiff, no good. Linton fights for the rebound. She's tied up. Out into the backcourt by Higgins and Cassell. She'll pitch it off ahead to Brock. Himes inside, off the left side, good. And a timeout requested by KCU. It's a 30-second timeout. Stay tuned with us after the conclusion of this game, as we'll have number 5 Union and KCU on the men's side. Tip time approximately around 7:30. Typically they go about 25 or 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game. When the next game gets underway, we'll start about 10 minutes prior with pregame, and we'll have the call for that one here on Cool TV. 65-52. 5:53 to play in regulation. Knights trying to pick up their 12th win of the season, get back to an even 500 in AAC conference play. Higgins will jog it across the midcourt stripe here at Ron Arnett Court. Comes to the right elbow, crosses over left, finds a seam to the lane, puts it up, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one's on King, her 2nd, team's 3rd. And Higgins back to the line. 4 for 7 from the charity stripe tonight. Can't get the first one home. One more. Higgins with 10 points in the ball game. Also with 10 rebounds. Make it 11 points as that one goes home, and it makes it 66-42. Cox slows it up on the left side, pitches it off right side. Here's Himes working on Savannah Parker. Backs it in off the left, puts it up right, misses the shot, gets a rebound, and a foul before she got the second one back up and in. We'll get that one on Parker. That's her 3rd, team's 2nd. Say the foul was on the floor before the second shot attempt. So it'll be Bulldogs basketball on the baseline. High post King, entry pass Himes, looks at a double team. Tries to step underneath, and they'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Bulldogs. Himes battling with Parker underneath. They'll lob it into Himes again. They'll try to go back to Linton. And Cassell steals it away. She's got it out in transition off the left side. No foul as she takes a hard step. Now the whistle comes in late. I didn't even hear the whistle. Team's fourth. And they'll get that one on Himes. That's her fifth. So it's the second player to foul out of this basketball game for Union. As Himes will exit the game with 12 points and 6 rebounds. Morgan Blakely will return. Now the officials are going to get together and have a conversation. Now they've changed the foul. So change the foul from Himes and her fifth and put it against Haley Brock for her second. And Lindsey Cassell now to the free throw line to shoot 2. Cassell pushes the first one up, too stiff. One more for Cassell. That one misses the mark as well. King with a rebound. Her 9th of the ball game. Here's Cox on the baseline. 15-footer, no. Rebound Higgins streaking ahead. She'll take it off the right side. Good. Jada Higgins with her 13th point of the ball game. It's a 16-point edge. And then a whistle out near midcourt as they'll get Lindsey Cassell on the reach in. Her first, team's fourth. Excuse me, team's third. Madison Cox to bring it in for the Bulldogs. Gets it into Linton. Cox gets a screen from King. Now Himes to Brock. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Himes on the baseline, working on Parker. Puts it up and under, shot up, no good. Rebound Cassell into the front court. Gives it back to Higgins. Off to Flowers, left side. Flowers in the lane. Reverses it underneath to Parker. Misses the shot. Fighting for the rebound. Gets it back and then turns and throws it away. Ball loose out near midcourt. Approaching 4 minutes to play in the contest. Bajents, Atkins, and West ready to go in, and a nice find there by Union to get Reagan King on the baseline as Savannah Parker just picked up her fourth, team's fourth. Parker Gillum and Higgins will take a seat. Atkins, West, Bajents, Flowers, and Cassell. Free throw on the way is good. 13 points, 9 rebounds for her. And they'll bring in a guard play now as Blakely will return for King. Here's Cassell, front court. Pitches it off to Flowers, wide open to the rack off the left side, good. Jasmine Flowers with 16. And then a steal by Cassell in the backcourt. And she turns and puts it up and in. Her first points tonight. Linton nearly lost it right in front of me. Here's Cox on the wing. Lobs it inside Himes on Bajents. Shot is up, no good, and then a whistle and a foul underneath. And this time they will get Himes. They've got it on the scoreboard. That's her 6th. That's only her 5th. They turned it over earlier. They just didn't get it adjusted. So the foul is the 5th against Union. So bonus the rest of the way for KCU. Next foul against the Knights will also have Union shooting bonus. And Casey Bajents to the line to shoot 2. Free throw is up, is no good. Flowers exits. Hardwick is back in. Bajents 3 points, 5 rebounds in the ball game. Second free throw on the way is good. 73-55. Linton races it ahead. She's got numbers on a 3-on-2. Here's Blakely. Blocked away by Bajents. Gets her own rebound. Blocked away again. Here's Cassell. Backs it out into the corner. She'll fan it back out. Atkins works off the left side. Spins in the lane. Hook shot up. No. Gets a rebound. Fights for it. Rips it through. Fights underneath. Still fighting for the basketball. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Cassell off the baseline left side. Tries to come near side and throws it away as Cox stepped inside and stole it. Here's Linton knifing her way through. Brings it off to the left side. Here's a long 2 up. No good. And it's touched out of bounds. It's KCU basketball. Cassell out. Atilano on. Emily Winston checking in for her first action as Bajents makes it a 20-point lead. She drops in her 6th of the night. Cox fumbles the pitch near side. And then a reach-in foul on Atilano. That's her first, team's 5th, so free throws the rest of the way with 2:09 to play in regulation. Free throw up, front iron short by Whitson. Whitson, a sophomore. Second free throw off the mark as well. Rebound Atkins. Two minutes to play in the ball game. Hardwick lobs it back door to Bajents, and Bajents puts it up and in. And then a 30-second timeout by KCU. It's a 22-point lead. That's the largest in the ball game thus far. Campbell Jacomsuck will return. Taylor Watson will check in for her first action for the Bulldogs. So 1:55 to go in regulation. The Knights are going to pick up their 12th win on the season, get back to 9-9 at AAC play with 6 games remaining in the regular season. Leasia Linton will take her first seat of the night. Madison Cox will run the offense now with Linton on the bench. Here's a drive, pitch inside to King. King swatted away. Sparks comes back in. She'll get Abby West. Here's Parton inside. Shot is up, no good by Watson. And a whistle and a foul underneath as they'll get that one on Belle Sparks. Her third. And Reagan King back to the line for 2 more. 13 points, 9 rebounds on the night. think that her 10th rebound. As the first free throw is up, is good. (77-56). One more. That one's good. Quick sub in for Union, Alexis Vole, excuse me. She'll replace Reagan King. .90 seconds to go in the ball game. Atilano takes it off to Sparks. Sparks lobs it near side. Hardwick inside to Bajents. Bajents up off the window, too stiff. Sparks with a rebound, and she's fouled on the way back up. That was on Whitson. And Bell Sparks to the line for two. First one is up, no good. One more for the freshman. Missed them both. And then a jump ball tie-up by Vole. And a possession arrow stays with KCU. Atilano brings it into Sparks. Sparks in the lane, steps off the left side and lost that one on the way up. There's a three ball by Partons off the mark right side. .41 seconds to play. Vole spins off the right side, launches a shot, and throws it over the backboard out of bounds. Five seconds between the game clock and shot clock. So the Knights can't just dribble this one out. Here's a lob backdoor to Bajents. Off the window, no good. Gets a rebound and puts that one up and in. 10 points, 6 rebounds for her. Cox in transition, spins off the right elbow. Watson fires a three, it's up, no good. Rebound Bell Sparks. Sparks will curl it out, let the clock expire, and KCU's going to win this one. 79-57 is your final score. Knights pick up their 12th win of the season and get back to even 500 in conference play. Post-game show when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home. Begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenham, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Final score here tonight, as KCU wins this one 79-57. They put 4 players in double figures, led by Jasmine Flowers, 16. Kylie Gillum drops in 14 in the ball game. They led it by 10 at the halftime, and they win in convincing fashion, 79-57. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll take a look at our final statistics and get you ready for the men's game. That's just when we continue here in the postgame show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Jennifer Epperly, loan officer at First National Bank in Cannonsburg. I personally invite you and all local businesses to visit our beautiful new building in Cannonsburg on U.S. Route 60 next to the Walmart entrance. We offer many services including personal, mortgage, and business loans. First National Bank is locally owned by the McGuire family of Ashland and has been in business since 1902. We aim to give you the personal attention and best customer service there is to offer. Come inside, talk with us, and let us make you a part of the First National Bank family. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Kentucky Christian University is a private nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the new Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit on campus.
Final score here tonight, 79-57. KCU wins it over Union. Let's take a look at our final statistics in this one. We'll start first with the visiting Bulldogs. 31.2% from the field. That's 20 of 64. 10.5%, 2 of 19 from long range. 15 of 24, 62.5% from the free throw line. 37 rebounds, 17 turnovers. Reagan King leads the way with 15 points and 10 rebounds. Mackenzie Himes drops in 12 before fouling out of the contest. For the Knights, 38.9% from the field. That's 28 of 72. 8 of 17 from beyond the arc, 47.1%. 15 of 29 from the free throw line, 51.7%. 57 rebounds tonight, 24 offensive. Jada Higgins goes for a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds. She has 5 on the offensive glass. Savannah Parker pulls down 4 offensive rebounds, as does Cassie Bajents. 18 turnovers for the Knights. They put 4 players in double figures. Jasmine Flowers leads the way with 16. Kylie Gillum with 14. She was a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. Jada Higgins finishes with 13. Cassie Bajents has 10. 79-57, your final score here this evening. We're going to step aside for our final break here tonight. That'll wrap up our coverage for the women's. Men's will start over on stream number 2. And we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes to bring you the call of number 5 Union and KCU. For MJ McKay and Felicia Collier, we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes here on Cool TV for KCU and Union. Again, the women, winners tonight, 79-57.
You've been watching another sports presentation of Kentucky Christian University basketball on the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game was brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, First National Bank of Grayson, and Kentucky Christian University. This broadcast of KCU basketball is an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.